So we're back on the AI agent store. I swear we're on this site every day now.
Well, it's where everything's happening. The specialization we're seeing is just accelerating.
It really is. Okay, so I was scrolling, and I've got a page pulled up here for an agent called Canty AI.
Ah, yes, for Kubernetes.
Exactly. And look, our listeners know Kubernetes. They know the promise was supposed to be, you don't have to think about the infrastructure anymore.
That was the dream, wasn't it?
Hmm.
But the reality for most DevOps teams is, well, very different.
Completely. They're staring at cloud bills, wondering why their cluster is half empty, but the cost just keeps going up.
The classic over-provisioning tax. It's a huge problem.
And that's exactly what Canty AI here says it solves. It's an automated platform to cut costs, boost performance. But I have to ask the obvious question.
Go for it.
AWS, Google, Azure,
Yeah.
they all have their own autoscalers. They have cost tools.
Yeah.
Why would I need a third-party agent for this?
That's the million-dollar question, right? And the answer is that the native tools are, well, they're pretty simple.
Simple how?
They see a metric go up, they add a server, it goes down, maybe they remove one, but they are terrible at what we call bin packing.
You mean like the old game of Tetris? Fitting all the containers onto the servers?
Exactly like Tetris, except the native tools are really sloppy players. They leave you with this Swiss cheese cluster.
Ah, I like that. So, holes everywhere.
Holes everywhere. You're paying for all these servers that are mostly empty because one tiny little workload is stuck on them. And the native tools, they don't really clean that up.
And Canty AI does.
Aggressively. It's not just scaling up and down, it's actively defragmenting. It shuffles workloads around in real time to empty out nodes so it can kill them. It's compression.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. But what about the other big thing on their page spot instances?
Right. The super cheap but risky ones.
Dirt cheap. But they can vanish with, what, a 2-minute warning? That's terrifying for a production system.
It is, which is why most companies don't touch them for anything important.
So what's different here? Again, the cloud providers have ways to manage spot fleets.
It comes down to being proactive instead of reactive. The native tools react after an interruption notice. This agent claims to predict the interruption and move the workload before the server goes dark.
And if there are no other cheap spot instances available?
It falls back to on demand instantly. So you get the bargain bin pricing with premium reliability. It builds a bridge.
Okay, that is compelling. Which brings me to this number that's just jumping out at me on the screen. Autonomy score, 84%.
84! That is a very specific and a very high number.
What does that actually mean, though? Is it just a fancy marketing term for automated?
No, and this is really the key. Automated means it's following a simple script. If this, then that.
Okay.
Agentic, which is what that score implies, means it's goal-oriented. You don't give it step-by-step instructions.
You give it the destination.
You give it the destination. You say,
Okay.
Keep my costs as low as possible, but don't let response time go over 50 milliseconds. And the agent figures out how. It makes decisions 204/7 that a human engineer just couldn't.
So for the DevOps and FinOps teams, it's a shift from I need to go fix the cluster to the cluster is fixing itself.
It turns all that manual work into a background process,
And I'm seeing their pricing model here is freemium.
which is smart. The read-only agent is free. You plug it in, it analyzes your setup, and it tells you exactly how much money you're wasting.
The free diagnosis.
Yep. Then if you want the agent to actually take the wheel and make the changes for you, that's when you start paying.
It really makes you think about where this is all going.
It really does. I mean, if the ops part of DevOps can be handled by an AI agent, what does that mean for the role? Are we seeing the end of infrastructure management as we know it? Or maybe this is the beginning of engineers finally getting to focus on, actual engineering instead of just maintenance.
That's a great question to end on. If you want to see this for yourself, you can find it over at aiagentstore.ai.
Definitely worth a look.
And hey, a quick thanks to everyone who's been rating this show. It really does help people find us. We'll catch you on the next one.